Today, we're lucky enough to shine the CJFL Spotlight on Emmarae Dale after her first CJFL game, history-making game. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well, thank you. Yourself?
Good. Congratulations on making the Saskatoon Hilltops roster, making the traveling roster, playing in your first game. How did it feel to suit up for the Hilltops and play the game?
I think it was pretty surreal. I think just because it's been such a long time coming, like it's been in the works, me being in the team since last February already. So I think it was kind of crazy, to think that it was here. It had finally arrived, because it had been just such a long wait. It's like almost a wedding when you're waiting and waiting and waiting. And then the day comes, it just kind of goes, and you're like, wow, that was it. So
Yeah.
it was a pretty cool feeling. I tried just like staying present in the moment and staying present in that game as much as I could, because I knew it was a pretty important game, just being the first time a woman has ever stepped onto a CJFL field as an athlete. So yeah, it was pretty awesome. It was nerve-wracking and humbling and just exciting, all kind of wrapped into one emotion.
Yeah, I'm glad you said nerve-wracking because did you feel, I don't want to say pressure, but there is that sense of pressure. You are the first woman, you are creating history here. Did you get a sense of that and feeling on the preparation to the game and then actually on the field?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I feel like pretty much since I've been on the team, and now especially that the season has started, just definitely sort of under scope. I think people are just kind of waiting to see how I'll actually play in a game, because I think there are still quite a few, doubters out there who are just like waiting for me to get pummeled or hurt or whatever. So I think there's just always kind of like in the back of my head, sort of that little pressure of just like, yeah, people are just like waiting to see how I'm going to play and see if I'm going to do well. So it's a hard thing to ignore for sure, because the football community is not a small community. So yeah, definitely kind of added to the nerves a little bit.
Sense of relief after kickoff, and you're part of the special teams, so you're part of the kickoff. Once the kickoff happened, did you feel, okay, this is a game, this is football, I've been playing all my life and now I'm settled in? Did you get that sensation?
Yeah, kind of. I think as the game went on, for sure, and especially like, yeah, getting in on that one tackle, I think that was for sure when I kind of felt like, okay, yeah, we're in the game now, we're fine. Even just like getting kind of shoved around by the other special team guys, just like, okay, yeah, we're in it. I think that's always kind of how it is. Like when you play football, you just get a lot of pre-game jitters, a lot of anxiety, but as soon as you just kind of get that one play done, oh, okay, we're rolling, we're breathing, we can do this. So yeah, definitely after the first play, I was still pretty like jittery, because I was like, that was just one play though, so we got a whole game left. So, but yeah, again, as the game went on and as it kind of got more and more intense, just kind of felt like, yeah, this is football, we're just playing our game.
Was the game what you thought it would be, or was it different in any way? I'm sure speed, you can't measure speed until you're actually playing against an opposition. Did you get that sense?
Yeah, I think it was kind of what I expected. I did, because I think, yeah, we play full speed games like as like an, within the team, I guess, but you really don't get that like kind of true competition until you're actually against an actual opponent, a completely entirely different team. So I think it just kind of felt like the speed was just kind of turned up that notch like a little bit. But it was kind of what I expected. I knew it was going to be fast. I knew that everybody has been itching to play a sport, play football for a long time now. So everyone's just kind of just ready to go and ready to play. So I knew it was going to be a fast and intense game, but it was totally what I expected. And yeah, it was fun to be a part of.
You make that tackle, you go over to the sideline. What was the emotion? I'm sure people were hooting and hollering for you, but when you actually sat back and said, I just made a tackle in the CJFL, did you have that emotional release almost?
Yeah, I think it was like, okay, finally, like I did it. I just like I got it almost like over with, I guess, because yeah, I think people have just been like, oh, she didn't do anything. I mean, special teams is such an important role, even just flying down the field, you need to be a presence down there. But I think there definitely was a little bit of relief, which is like, okay, yeah, like I was in on that tackle. But I don't even think that it really sank in, that it was like, oh yeah, I was part of that. I just kind of was like, I was so focused in on the game because it was so intense. And then I think I kind of been realizing slowly after the game has been done that I was like, oh yeah, those were actually some like pretty important things. Even just like stepping out on the field, I was like, oh yeah, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
So,
And to
Yeah.
be part of the Hilltop organization. This isn't a team that has just started. This is a franchise that has won 6 national championships in a row, and you're part of this team. So that's, I would imagine, extra feather in your cap, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah, for sure. It's yeah, there's just something very, very special about the Hilltops. I think anyone you talk to in the football world will tell you that there is just something to the Hilltops that, I don't know, is just second to none, and
Yeah.
something of legend, honestly. So it's but yeah, just kind of what you said, it totally adds a feather to the cap that, I'm part of the Hilltops H, I guess. To be part of that legacy is something special for sure, especially having brothers that were part of it too. It kind of just hits extra close to home. So yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, not only part of the Hilltop team, but the Dale team, the Dale family, who have had a couple of guys come through the program. So did you have a couple of big brothers telling you what to expect or giving you pointers going into that game or even just coming into this season?
Yeah, oh for sure. Like um I actually work with one of them that was on the top. So we see he is one of my trainers actually too. So I think I'm always kind of getting those little points from just keep your head on a swivel, whatever. He was a defensive player as well. So but I think also like they don't give me all that much feedback, I guess, because I think they just know that I'm just gonna go do what I do. And I think as any coach knows, you can't over stimulate your athlete, give them too much information. I think they just know that you just got to go out and play hard, get lit up once or light someone else up once, and you'll be good to go.
You think that first home game when you step on the field at SMN Field in Saskatoon will be different than what happened in Edmonton?
I think so. Yeah, I think like Edmonton was still amazing. Like there's still a pretty good crowd out there, but again, it's not home. Where I feel like I've had a lot of people who are telling me that they're going to be at the game, people that like don't usually go to games, people that have never gone to games, like, yeah, I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there. So I think that energy of just running out the tunnel for that game is going to be just a completely new world. That's kind of the game I'm looking forward to the most, is just getting to actually play for friends and family at home. So yeah, I think again, still amazing in Edmonton, like having kind of that moment and sort of that realization of that this is the first time, but I think at home is going to be something a little bit more special for sure.
No extra pressure. People are coming to their first Hilltop just to see you.
Yeah.
No extra pressure.
Exactly. Just kind of adds to it. Yeah.
Bumps and bruises, I'm sure, after the game, no different than what you've had in the past.
Yeah, no, honestly, I think just because this game, since I was only really on for specials, I almost like feel better after this game than I would after a Valkyries game, just because I wasn't on quite as much. But for sure, like a little banged up, a little bruised up, but feeling pretty good overall.
Well, listen, congratulations. You made history in Edmonton, CJFL. You make history again when the Hilltops have their home opener. And we can't wait to see how you progress here in this year. And fingers crossed, we have a full year and we'll be watching number 45 for the Hilltops. Thanks, Emmarae.
Thank you so much, Ron.